Terence Bud Crawford has reached the point in his career, or at least at welterweight, where nothing is happening for him. I want to talk about everything that's going on surrounding Terence Crawford right here on Gym Boxing. Y'all smash the like button on the way in. Really appreciate it. What up, y'all? This your boy Get a Mic, man. Appreciate everybody for coming back through. Terence Crawford is hot in the news right now, and we're going to talk about it. I'll probably be on here for a little while with y'all tonight, man. We're going to chop it up. Dennis Maurice, appreciate you for subscribing to the channel, man. Much love to you. Who we got up in the chat? Y'all smash the like button. Michael Rev 3. Mike Finelli done changed up the name. What's going on? Cooley Stevenson, much love to you, man. There's a whole bunch of talk going on about Terence Crawford right now, man. We're going to talk about each and every point. We just going to get in here, stretch it on out, make sure we get this thing popping, man. Salute, salute, salute. Much love, much love. Black Iron King, appreciate you, bro, for coming through the stream. All right, man, let's get started, man. Terence Crawford has been ranting on Twitter. Ranting. No, not necessarily ranting, but he's definitely doing some outcries and saying some things that really lead you to really know what he's feeling, okay? Now, when Terence Crawford first signed back with Top Rank, there was an uproar on YouTube, amongst the different platforms and all across boxing media as to what the hell was Terence Crawford doing. Why was he signing back with a promoter that mostly people don't feel like is doing him doing him any service when it comes down to promoting him correctly? What the hell was Terence Crawford doing, right? So, you know, there's the whole 3.5 million situation, you know what I'm saying? Blase. 3.5, no matter who he fight, Blow Joe, this tomato can, this Uber driver, he's still going to get the same amount of money, 3.5 million. And the man got a family, you know what I'm saying? He got kids. I get it, you know what I'm saying? Get that for sure back. But this is definitely, in my personal opinion, is not a good look for what's going on with Terence Crawford right now, okay? I've also been on record saying that I don't necessarily have a problem with him signing wherever he wants. He's his own man. I get it. Do what you want to do. But at the end of the day, like I said before, when there's action, there's always going to be a reaction. And I think the reaction of Terence Crawford re-signing with Top Rank is definitely doing him a disservice. It's definitely giving him, keeping him down on the whole like promotional situation side of things, the top type of fights that he's trying to get. And damn, his own network got him ranked number 3 underneath Manny Pacquiao and underneath Errol Spence at number 1. If that's not a slap in the face, bro, I don't know what is. That is a slap in the face. Errol Spence Jr. is his arch nemesis, for crying out loud. This dude is the dude that everybody's saying is going to beat Terence Crawford. Everybody's saying, not everybody, most of the Errol Spence fans and, you know, a lot of other fans as well. But this is the guy that's supposed to meet him at the top and they fight for the welterweight crown. And ESPN, his own platform, bro. I can't believe this. When I heard this news, I knew it was time to do something, man. It's been a lot of Terence Crawford videos going on. We know that ESPN, okay, I'm never a big fan of ESPN, especially the way the commentary is during their fights. Okay, I'm already not a fan of how they do, how they ride on certain fighters and they put certain guys with a loss over guys that was undisputed, unified champion. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff that I feel like is unfair that goes on at Top Rank. And I don't know if it's just me, but Top Rank also has some of the most lopsided fights that I see on fight cards. I mean, going into the fights, you just know exactly who's going to win them. And, you know, those are all things that Terence Crawford, in my personal opinion, should be taken in consideration. You know what I'm saying? Should take into consideration whenever he was dealing, you know, hold on. My bad. But yeah, I just feel like they're doing him a disservice. To be totally honest with you, man, that's a slap in the face to put the guy who you supposed to be battling for the crown. They put him number 1 on there, bro. Terence Crawford was undisputed at 140 pounds. The man was undisputed, okay? Arguably pound for pound number 1 in the sport of boxing, and he's not even number 1 on ESPN. This shit is crazy. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. This, it just baffles me how ESPN does this. Baffles me. You know what I'm saying? And I know there's a lot of small YouTubers. There's a lot of small media members that have been denied certain credentials and denied certain things for not speaking how they want them to speak on ESPN and Top Rank cards. And then they turn around on ESPN. They turn around and put him number 3 on the list of welterweights. This is beyond me. Manny Pacquiao, 40 years old. He just had an epic win over Keith Thurman. I can understand how he will move up on the list. I can understand how he can move up. But to have Manny Pacquiao, who was with Top Rank all these years and he left Top Rank, now he's over with the PBC. They got 2 PBC fighters over their Top Rank champion at the welterweight division. It just baffles me. I mean, if they really feel like Errol Spence Jr. and Manny Pacquiao are better fighters than Terence Crawford, I mean, hey, so be it. I understand it. Whatever. If that's how they feel. But at the end of the day, you can't get mad at other small media members for not basically siding with the guy you want them to side with. You know what I'm saying? Going for the guy you want them to go for, and then ESPN turns around and throws freaking Terence Crawford in the mud. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. You can tell the frustration. You can just tell the frustration that Terence Crawford is going through with Top Rank. Everybody's asking him that on every single comment section that you can imagine. Yo, why you re-sign with Top Rank? Yo, when you gonna fight Errol Spence? Like, it's a whole bunch of stuff. I see it all the time in the comments. But, for him to allow this to happen to him, and you see his frustration. I mean, at the end of the day, I can't sit here and say that I don't feel sorry for the brother with the way that they doing Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford just moved to 147 pounds a few fights ago and got a belt his first time there. His first fight at welterweight, and he got a title off of it. And then he went on to defend his title 2 more times in epic fashion, stopping both guys. Okay? As big of an Errol Spence Jr. fan I am, and I am a big Errol Spence fan, I gotta admit, Terence Crawford, what he was able to do, getting all the belts, moving up to the next weight class. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was unified also at 135 pounds. If I'm not mistaken, if so, correct me in the comment section. But this dude is going through weight classes, getting belts like it's butter, and then ESPN turns around and slams him number 3 on the pound for pound. On the welterweight rankings when he fights at Top Rank and he fights on ESPN. It's just unbelievable to me. It baffles my mind. I can't understand it. And yeah, I understand. I understand it's not pound for pound rankings. I get that. I understand it. But it's still rankings, though. It's still rankings. You know what I'm saying? And he still fights on their platform. So I'm not necessarily saying that they're saying that it's pound for pound rankings. I get that. I understand that. But at the same time, I feel like, you fighting on their platform, and with all he's accomplished in over 30-something fights, he over 30-something fights undefeated, moving through multiple weight classes, and he's got a belt his first time out at 147 pounds, and they gonna turn around here and put him number 3 on the list. Come on, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. But he says because he's fighting a champion, bruh. You don't make sense. You don't know how the ranking goes. You know what? To be totally honest with you, I don't give a damn how the ranking goes, bro. Just being real with you, I could care less. I could care less, bro. At the end of the day, this man is arguably number one pound for pound in most people's eyes. He got a belt as soon as he got to the division. He defended his title almost one less time than Errol Spence Jr. And he just got to the division. I don't give a damn, bro, about no damn how the ranking works. Bruh, PBC didn't even put Terence Crawford in their list of welterweight champions, bro. There's only 4 welterweight champions, and they decided to leave Terence Crawford off the list and put Manny Pacquiao on the list when Manny Pacquiao wasn't even nowhere near a champion. He was the regular champion. He wasn't the super champion. So all I'm saying is this guy, the team he plays for, which is ESPN and Top Rank, did this man a disservice by putting him number 3 on the welterweight list. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They did him a disservice. And if you feel like I'm wrong by him doing a disservice, then I don't know what's wrong with you. That's a disservice. Curtis Anderson says Crawford number 1 pound for pound. He has the best skill all around. Right now, I'm not even particularly just getting into skill right now. I'm not just going deep into skill, because you can look at everybody's skill set differently, especially when you're doing pound for pound. But what I'm saying is that is a fail. To me, that's a failure to promote this guy properly. It's a failure. I mean, on Terence Crawford's fights, when he has, he's headlining his own card, and he's up there, and they're trying to talk about his fight before he does his ring walk. They talking about Lomachenko. You see what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that what him fighting on ESPN is doing him a disservice, and it's no way around that. There's no way Terence Crawford should be ranked number 3 at the welterweight division when he fights for the freaking home team. Black Iron King says Terence is going to get it, meaning the big fights and the big money. Too good of a fighter not to. He's just too damn loyal to his team. Terence is or second big talk about 147 pound next to Errol. Yeah, that's just crazy. It's beyond me how this man, how they've been doing this man. Not just this time. I haven't really been saying too much about it. I've been voicing my frustration about how Top Rank on their cards, how they would, they'll push Lomachenko so hard and they won't be pushing Terence Crawford at all. And I was looking at in Floyd Mayweather, he made some very, very valid points after the Tank Davis fight. And he was talking about how, and he said this plenty of times before, but he was basically talking about how he had to get away from Top Rank. He spent $750,000 to buy himself out of that contract. He betted on himself. He felt like Top Rank had him on a back burner. And I understand the whole ESPN situation. I understand that's, the rankings, the way they do it. But at the end of the day, the way I feel is the way they doing Terence Crawford. I've seen money get things done. Money talks, bro. If they wanted to really push Terence Crawford and make him look like number 1 all across the board, trust me, bro. Top Rank, Bob Arum, they got enough money to make it happen. They got the WBO in their pocket already, so they got enough money to make it happen. The Boxing King said, is it because of Spence's level of competition and his title defenses? You talking about as far as why they got Spence number one? Me personally, I already feel like ESPN, they shouldn't be your go-to spot for learning about boxing. Let's say you're a casual fan and you're trying to get into boxing. ESPN is not gonna be. That's not gonna be where you go to learn about boxing, bro. Those dudes, they don't specialize in boxing whatsoever. They put boxing on the back burner. So the guys or whatever your computer systems or whoever is doing this shit, trust me, bro, that's not who you want to go to as a viable source to find out who's ranked where. But I will say they definitely did get the heavyweight division somewhat right. But they definitely got Tyson Fury as number 2 up under Deontay Wilder, and they got other guys in the right spots and so on and so forth. But as far as the welterweight division goes, I feel like, man, that's a little bit messed up. Kenneth Jones says, salute. He says, we don't really know how good Crawford is because of his lack of top competition. Yeah, but I don't necessarily feel that his lack of his competition has been too bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he definitely has some pretty decent. Terence Crawford has some pretty decent names on his resume so far. It's not the best, but what he's been able to accomplish at not only welterweight division, but at the junior welterweight and also at the 135-pound division, he's definitely got enough credible stuff done to where, he should be able to get more respect than what he's getting. You know what I'm saying? He should definitely be getting some more respect than what he's getting, man. And I feel like they're doing Terence Crawford a big disservice the way they're doing him. Oh, I didn't even see you there. What up, Michael Drayton? He says Terence is a street black man. He doesn't play the game like they want him to play it. I don't necessarily know if that's the case, man, but we'll see. It seems to me that Terence Crawford is definitely being very, very loyal to Top Rank. And I don't know if that's just for security purposes. As far as finances go, maybe he's trying to secure the bag one way or another. Because, when you think about it, bro, a lot of us brothers and a lot of us people that come from different poor communities and stuff like that, we ain't really never seen that kind of money growing up. We ain't seen those M's, like touching them M's like that. You know what I'm saying? So when you've been boxing for all this time, you know that you got a family now, you're a grown man, you 32, 33 years old. It could just be the fact that he's just securing that bag, just making sure he getting paid right because he got a family to take care of, you know what I mean? So I get that. Trust me, I understand. Like, yo, you mean to tell me I'm finna get $3.5 million every time I step in the ring? And I probably fight 2, maybe 3 times a year? You know what I'm saying? Baby need new shoes. Baby need new school clothes. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that, man. I feel like if the man had to get his money the way he had to get it. I definitely respect that. But some people feel like if you want your career to advance in a specific way, you have to take a chance on yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to step out there and be ready to quit your job and try to start your own business. You know what I'm saying? You gotta willing to fall 4 times and get up 5. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, I feel like a lot of people don't think Terence Crawford is what was willing to take that risk to better himself, especially when we see other guys like Errol Spence Jr., other guys like Deontay Wilder, other guys like who he's about to fight, Sean Porter. All these other guys has taken risks to try and bank on themselves and bank on not only their ability to fight, but their ability to link up with the people that support them, and link up with just all types of avenues of support systems that could help them be successful. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, me personally, just using Errol Spence Jr. for example, Errol Spence Jr. has maximized his ability on all different areas to be able to be as successful as he possibly can. Alex A says Bud took 3.5 but no pay raise as the years went by. what's that? Revelation 3:20 says Crawford ain't complaining. They know their career maps. Yeah, they both do. And that's another thing that I was talking about too on another video I did earlier today, where I personally believe Errol Spence and Terence Crawford have so much respect for each other. I feel like, they say they got each other's number. I feel like they got so much respect for each other that it's almost like it's not even like how when you get two fighters where let's just say how you had Wilder versus Joshua, or you have Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. It's not really that bad blood between the two. I'm not really seeing that in this fight. What I'm seeing is you have two of the top tier fighters. Everybody want to see them face each other just for welterweight supremacy. But at the same time, you have one guy that everybody seems to love because he's just he does the interviews with the smaller channels and smaller media outlets. He reaches out to the people. He you know what I'm saying? Like he's easier to get in contact with and easier to reach out to versus the other guy who everybody wants to love. Everybody wants to show that same appreciation to, but they just feel like the way he's moving about doing things and being signed with Top Rank is making it to where we want to support this fight. We want to get behind both fighters, but at the same time, Terence Crawford is starting to make it tough for everybody to do that want to support him. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, but hold on, what is that? Give me a second, huh? Alright. Alright, I got let me see this comment. He says, His Grace says, who's to say if Crawford was over there that he would get the fights that he want? Has Spence been given these fights? Has Spence been given those fights in all his years with PBC? All right. Let me answer that question for you real quick. Absolutely no. It does not mean. It doesn't mean that if let's just say Terence Crawford went to the PBC. I would say no. It doesn't mean at all that Terence Crawford for sure would get those fights that he want right away, or for sure that he'll get that fight with Errol Spence Jr. That's not the point that I'm making, because I know exactly where you're coming from, and I know where you get that argument from as well. But what I'm saying is, for one, Terence Crawford being ranked number 3 on ESPN's welterweights list, that's one reason why what I'm saying makes sense, okay? But people's argument is not if Errol Spence, if Terence Crawford if he would have signed with the PBC, he most definitely would have got the Errol Spence fight. That's not what we're talking about at all. That's not what we're talking about at all. What I'm saying is the way that Terence Crawford is being treated, at Top Rank, we feel that he would not be treated that same way with the PBC or any other outlet. Let's just say for the Zone, for instance. Let's say Terence Crawford say, you know what? I'm not gonna stay at Top Rank. I'm gonna sign with the Zone. Guaranteed bag, and we would not have been as mad at him for staying as we are for him staying with Top Rank. So no, he might not get the Errol Spence fight if he signed with the PBC. And yes, you have a good argument that Errol Spence has been with the PBC for all these years and he hasn't gotten all the top fights. I understand that point. But what I'm saying is that the point that we're making is that Terence Crawford is being mistreated. Terence Crawford is not being promoted correctly. That's what we're saying. And yes, it's been a while for Errol Spence Jr. to get the top fights at PBC. I understand it. But in due time, look who he's fighting now. He's fighting a 2-time welterweight champion, Sean Porter. And it seems like they're in some small tournament between, we just saw Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman fight. So it seems like now that's a 4-way tournament that there's a possibility that the winner of this fight could possibly go on to fight Manny Pacquiao next. When we saw all these years that Terence Crawford wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao when they were both with Top Rank. That fight never came to fruition either. And we know exactly who was behind the stoppage of that fight from happening. He goes by the name of Bob Arum. Cooley Stevenson says because they've been ducking Errol for years. Yeah, they've been ducking Errol Spence. I mean, you can look at various reasons as to why that might be, but we know Errol Spence. Let's just put it like this: Errol Spence has had problems. He definitely has had problems with trying to get certain fights, but he's not the only person that's ever happened to as well. Okay, he's definitely not the only type of fighter that's had problems getting fights that they want. Look at Guillermo Rigondeaux, for instance. Guillermo Rigondeaux has had problems getting fights as well. It's not just Errol Spence Jr. Okay? Rigo got ducked for a long time. He got so tired of getting ducked, he had to move up and face Lomachenko. What was that, 2 weight classes? And he lost his belt moving up. So this type of thing happens a lot to certain fighters when they want certain fights that nobody's fighting them. It's not just Errol Spence Jr. And if you can look at Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. is not getting the fights he won either. All I'm saying is I like Terence Crawford just as much as I like any one of the brothers that I enjoy watching fighting. I just feel like I wouldn't care if he would have stayed with Top Rank on ESPN, had ESPN had promoted him the way they promote Lomachenko as the greatest thing since the Son of God left the earth. You know what I'm saying? That's how they promote Lomachenko. That's how they promoted Manny Pacquiao, which I'm a big fan of. And also other fighters, like how freaking Tyson Fury's first time at ESPN and he gets a freaking they threw that dude a parade in that arena. They praised that dude for 2-3 weeks after his fight. Am I missing some comments? Low Blow Chant, what's going on? He says they still scared of Rigo. Yeah. Absolutely. Errol and Bud, a high risk, low reward. Just how Errol is getting big fights because he's marketing himself and generating more money. Bud, not so much. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you got a point. You definitely got a point about that. And for example, look at Adrian Broner. For example. Adrian Broner ain't won a fight in I don't know how long. But he gonna keep getting them good fights. He gonna keep getting good fights. And the reason why he's gonna keep getting good fights is because he's so marketable. He's must-see TV. You gonna watch an Adrian Broner fight to see if somebody can finally knock out Adrian Broner. You gonna watch Adrian Broner to see what the hell he says after the fight in a post-fight interview. You gonna watch Adrian Broner to see what he comes out, what kind of entrance he comes out to the fight. So yeah, marketability is very important when it comes down to how these fighters get their next fights. I mean, if your fight does numbers and people want to see you, I mean, that's just the way it is. And a lot of times, like Terence Crawford, for example, Terence Crawford doesn't really engage with the fans like that. I mean, today, in my personal opinion, was an anomaly how he actually asked the boxing fans, let's talk boxing, and he got in the comment section. He got right in the comment section, and he started answering questions. ASAP. And that's what the fans like. The fans want you to be able to be, we can reach out to you. You know what I'm saying? And they want to be able to relate to you. And they want to be able to, try to see themselves in you. If that makes sense. So, at the end of the day, Terence Crawford, he's an excellent fighter. Got excellent skill set in my opinion. But he's going to have to make some changes, man. Floyd Mayweather laid out the blueprint on getting away from Top Rank and betting on yourself. And I think a lot of people since then has taken that, at least that blueprint, okay? we know that Floyd Mayweather left some stuff behind that should not be copied after because it's kind of messing up the sport. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that. But as far as seeing how Top Rank put you on the back burner and they don't promote you right, and seeing how hard it is to get out of a contract with them, you should buy yourself out or don't re-sign when you get the opportunity. All right, somebody says Errol Spence destroys them. Welterweights, he says Bud ain't fight nobody. Bud resume is trash. Nah, I disagree. Michael Drayton says people also want to see AB get knocked out. Absolutely, they want to see who can knock Adrian Broner out from all that talking he do. There's a YouTube channel, I think it's Motivedia Productions or something like that. He did a video on trash talking boxers, Adrian Broner. And I mean, bro, like people enjoy it. You look in the comment section, you know, and everybody just want to see him get knocked out because, you know, he's a flashy fighter. He's, you know, he talk a lot of shit, but you know, the dude got a chin. You know, he definitely got a chin for sure. Yeah, so they got Errol Spence number 1, Manny Pacquiao number 2, Terence Crawford number 3, Keith Thurman is at number 4, and then they got Sean Porter, and then they got Danny Garcia, and then number 7 Ugas, number 8 Jamal James, number 9 Sergey Lipinets, and then they have the guy that I believe, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Ernest Jones says, I got blocked from Goodfellas for telling him Spence gonna smash Bud. Are you sure that's why you got blocked, man? Are you sure? Are you telling the truth or you bullshitting? Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I be on the blocking spree on my channel because my thing is this. On my channel, bro, I like Errol Spence. I like Manny Pacquiao. I like Terence Crawford. I like a lot. I like the welterweight division. Okay, I like the welterweight division. I like all these fighters. I like to make boxing content where I'm talking about these fighters and what they do well and all this stuff. So I'm trying to make good quality content, whether or not you agree or disagree. I want to make content that you can just click on and just watch it. Okay, but you always have these guys that come in the comment section that be trolling and be talking all types of rude stuff, and like we get us boxing channels, we get a lot of comments. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not it be fanboy type comments or people just, you know, want to come in and drop their little knowledge of certain stuff they know. I get it. But you get certain fans that just come in and be disrespectful and they come in and be rude immediately. And sometimes you just, like, I don't even waste time, bro. Cause I don't want the negativity to slow down what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes if I see some shit that look bad, I just get you out of there and keep pushing. Cause, you know, at the end of the day, we got people that's expecting us to make this content and they want to see good quality stuff, and I just got to pump it. So, Ernest Jones, he says, everyone knows Goodfellas hate Spence. Nah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say he hates Errol Spence, but what I will say is that this is what I say about Goodfellas Sports TV. All right, I got a lot of respect for the brother. I like what he does as far as how he works. Goodfellas Sports TV, he's a hard-working brother. All right, that's what I'm gonna say about Goodfellas Sports TV. He's a hard-working brother. He pumps out content like I've never seen on YouTube. So a lot of times you might not agree with what the man's saying, but shit, he putting out content. Shit, so that's all I can say, bro. Like, I'm not the type of dude that be on here trying to, you know, bash certain people for saying certain stuff. But he says, I got blocked from Boxing Ego for calling Danny a ducker. Yeah, Boxing Ego will get you up out of there quick. Yeah, I'm not even subscribed to Boxing Ego no more, bro. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all saw a video that I dropped a while ago as to why that is. I just feel like Boxing Ego, man, I can't watch his channel no more, bro. You know, it's one thing to have negativity towards people that got negativity towards you, You know, it's one thing to block people or throw people out for being disrespectful, but I feel like when a person has negativity towards a person that has positivity towards them, I can't rock with you, bro. Like, if I'm trying to be benevolent, I think that's the word I want to use. If I'm trying to be benevolent to you, and then you turn around and be rude to me, now I can't rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been trying to be cool with you. You know what I'm saying? And he said it's the perfect name. But I don't even think it's ego. Like, I don't even think it's an ego thing where he just necessarily thinks he's better or thinks he's high up on himself. Obviously that's there. But what I'm saying though is that it should be a certain limit to where you turn into an asshole. Like, you know what I'm saying? To where people's being positive towards you and you being negative. That's like if I walk up and hand you $100 bill and you slap me in my face. Like, that's not just ego. That's kind of like wicked. You know what I'm saying? That's like some wicked shit. So I can't rock with that. You know, I can't rock with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like you run up to one of your favorite boxers or favorite basketball player or football player. Hey man, what's going on, man? I'm a big fan, man. You know what I'm saying? Can I get your autograph, bro? This nigga just hit you with an uppercut and drop your ass. Like that's evil. So I can't get with that on no days of the week. I cannot get with that. But I do understand how, you know, doing YouTube and dealing with a lot of, because on YouTube, I don't know if how many of y'all got channels, but on YouTube you get a lot of negativity coming from different ways for no reason. So I can understand how a person can be uptight sometimes. You know what I mean? I can understand how sometimes, you know, you can be a little snappy sometimes. I find myself snapping on people in the comment section sometimes. And then I'd be like, damn, I ain't really have to snap like that. But you're so used to getting negative shit coming your way that you just trying to exit out. So, Sir Geechee in the building. What's going on, bro? I didn't even see you up in here. My bad. I'm in here talking. Much love to you, family. Michael Drayton in the building. Okay, I see you. Michael Drayton says Errol has a lot of fans because of his fighting style and his personable. Yeah, see, and that's one of the things too, like I said before. Errol Spence Jr. is one of the most likable people that you can find. I mean, he's a likable dude. Like, if you don't like Errol Spence, you have other reasons for why you don't like Errol Spence, okay? The only issue that I've ever had is with the people, some of the people, I won't say the people, some of the people that support Errol Spence are a little too extreme in my personal opinion, to the point where we can't even, like boxing channels, certain boxing channels can't even give their thoughts or give what they think about certain fights without getting jumped on. Errol Spence fans could be a little extreme in my personal opinion. And for me, being such a big Errol Spence fan, it kind of behooves me that, you know, I'm an Errol Spence fan. I support him every which way I can, and you turn around and snap on me, it's kind of pissing me off. Ernest Jones, $10 super chat, man. Really appreciate you, bro. Much love, peace, blessings to you, your family, and everybody that you know. I really appreciate the donation, man. Much love to you, bro. Respect. I'm gonna take that $10 and I'm gonna make sure I give you some good content when I go out to LA, man. We're gonna work. So but yeah, man, like I said, sometimes boxing fans can really piss you off to the point where it's like, I don't dislike the fighter, but damn, his fans is like crazy. Ernest Jones said, "Don't block me." Nah, man. I mean, I don't really block people for any other reason than being disrespectful. That's the only reason I block you. Trust me. Ask the homie Sir Geechee, do I have a problem with people disagreeing with me? Ask Sir Geechee. Sir Geechee disagrees with me so many times, but he's always respectful and he gives a good reason why he disagrees. So don't just come on my channel just blabbing off. Like, I want to hear some intelligence. Like, I want to hear you tell me. Like, if you say, let's just say you say Lomachenko beats Tank Davis, right? Don't just come on here yapping, Loma's greatest, Loma's the greatest, he'll shit on Tank. Nah, I don't want to hear that. What I want to hear is some boxing talk. I think Lomachenko comes out. He got more speed. I think his speed, his angles, his footwork, his experience, I feel like he's just a better fighter. I want to hear some explanations to why you telling me all this shit you telling me. You know what I'm saying? And I think on Gym Boxing, we kind of got somewhat of a good community of people that can come in here and talk some shit and talk some good boxing. But every now and then, you know, like I said before, bro, I am a boxing fan. Okay, I'm a boxing fan. I'm a young man. I don't have years and years and years of experience with boxing. I'm not a boxing aficionado. Okay, so there's gonna be a lot of you in the comment section that's gonna know more than me. Okay, I'm only trying to give you good content. I'm only trying to pump out shit that you can watch on a regular and enjoy it. So if you feel like you feel differently than me, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the comments and give a good, logical, logistical reason why you feel the way you feel, and then we go from there, man. But I'm not gonna stop making videos because this is what I love to do. Brian Taylor, always been a supporter, man. I see you in there in the super chat. $2 super chat. Much love to you. He says, I have a channel up running next week. Oh, so you're gonna have a channel up and running next week. All right, cool, man. Much love to you. Appreciate your donation, and respect to you, and good luck in the future with your channel, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a channel up and coming soon, only thing I can tell you is be yourself, do what you do, and be consistent and keep working, bro. That's all I can tell you. DD, what's going on? I see you in the comments, man. He says I see Tank overwhelms Lomachenko. That could be a possibility. That could be a possibility, man. Tank Davis definitely has what it takes to get the job done on anybody in or around his weight class. His speed, explosive. He's actually pretty smart in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Tank Davis knows how to go to the body. He got Floyd Mayweather backing him up. Like, excuse me. I don't know if it was just me, and I said this on the past video. I felt like I saw a little bit of Floyd Mayweather in Tank Davis in his last fight. Let me know, raise your hand, let me know if you saw the same thing. But I saw a little bit of mixed in some Mayweather in there somewhere, bro, and I kind of like what I saw a little bit. It was kind of a mixture of what Tank does plus what he seemed like he's been learning. And he's like striking, and you know how Floyd do that little striking shit. It was impressive. So it was a good win for him, although, you know, it wasn't really meaningful when it comes down to his divisions and seeing him step up in competition. I definitely want to see Gervonta Tank Davis step up in competition, man, because right now it's not looking good. He said Gervonta is better than Floyd, for real. Oh, man, I hear you, man. I hear you. Judah Fight Fan Lewis, what's going on? He says, I think Loma is a little too fast for him. Okay, all right, a little more speed. Okay, a little more speed. You know, Lomachenko do got speed for sure. One of the things that I like about Lomachenko is I like the way his output is. He's real technical. Like I like Lomachenko. Okay. Like I've had issues with Lomachenko fans in the past. I have issues with how Top Rank and ESPN, you know, be all on the man like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Lomachenko is a very skilled fighter. I do think he gets marked up a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think he gets bruised. You know, but he got some skills. He got some skills for sure. So, you know, but you know, as far, yeah, footwork is definitely pretty good too, Alex. He definitely got good footwork. He definitely does. I mean, he's a good fighter, man. He's definitely a little machine. I give him that. So that's why I feel like if there's gonna be a pay-per-view fight that I'm gonna see Tank Davis in, I think it's the Lomachenko fight. I want to see him versus Tevin Farmer, but like I said before, I don't think that is I don't think it's a pay-per-view fight. I'm sorry. I mean, Mayweather said it. You know, it seems like that's going to be the way that he introduced Tank Davis to the pay-per-view world. But for me personally, I don't, because Tank Davis, for one, he's young. He hasn't had enough. He hasn't had enough up top competition to be a pay-per-view star, and yet, because I know he will be. And Tevin Farmer, I mean, does anybody know who Tevin Farmer is outside of real boxing fans? Does any casuals, do anybody know Tevin Farmer? Has anybody seen Tevin Farmer to put it on a pay-per-view? But I mean, I guess you got to introduce him to pay-per-view, man. So I'm not gonna hate on the man or say he shouldn't do it. But I just would rather pay for Tank Davis versus Lomachenko. I would spend my money on that. I would try to go to that fight. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So, what he says? He says Davis is not even close to Floyd. No, not at all. I mean, as far as like accomplishments and all of that, and nah, man, I wouldn't even do that. Tank Davis is his little. That's his little guy. All right, so we got Davis is not even close to 4. Farmer got skills. Yeah, put him on pay-per-view. Yeah, he definitely got skills. You know what I'm saying? He was looking like a little sweet pea out that thing. So I understand that. But Brian Washington just subscribed. Much love to you, Brian. If you in the chat, bro, appreciate you for subscribing to the channel. He says Tank versus Farmer isn't a pay-per-view fight. I don't think so. I don't think so. Sir Geechee says Lomachenko reminds me of Roy with all the trickery. Yeah. He definitely have a little Roy Jones in him for sure. Tevin Farmer got knocked out in his debut fight. LOL. What you think Tank would do? Yeah, like I in that fight, I definitely lean towards Tank Davis versus over Tevin Farmer. Just Tevin Farmer could possibly give him a little bit of problems, though. I will say that. Only because he's so shifty and he's so elusive. I don't know. I could be wrong. You know, the bell could ring, and Tank Davis can come out here and uppercut him, and he fly out the ring, and it's over. So that could happen. But what I'm saying is, it could be a possibility that Tevin Farmer could give him a little bit of problems with all of that right there. You know what I'm saying? It could give him a little problem. We just have to see. It remains to be seen. So. You know, the last topic I kind of want to talk about in this live stream is Terence Crawford said that he wants to. Now he said because he's not getting fights like that, he guess he's gonna have to move up to 154 pounds. Okay. Terence Crawford said he might gotta move up to 154 pounds. And I want to talk about that a little bit before we get out of here, man. If y'all haven't smashed the like button yet, give this live stream a thumbs up for your boy. Smash that like button real hard. Matter of fact, give it 2 thumbs up. Turn it blue. And yeah, man. So Terence Crawford said that, you know, it looks like he's gonna have to move up to 154 pounds. Let's look at some of the top 154 pounders. And we'll use ESPN rankings to look at it, okay? Julian J. Rock Williams got a record of 27-1-1. Just came off of a big win over Jarrett Hurd, okay? Most likely Jarrett Hurd and J. Rock is going to be rematching at some point here soon. But, you know, how would a Terence Crawford do against a J. Rock Williams, okay? I don't really know their exact heights right now, but I know that Julian Williams is a very skilled fighter, just like Terence Crawford is. You know what I'm saying? Very skilled fighter, not the biggest puncher, but who knows how Terence Crawford would do at 154 pounds. You know? Jarrett Hurd, very physical dude. Even though he just got his first loss, he was a champion. He was unified champion. So, you know, in my opinion, just too big for Terence Crawford. You know, he could get outboxed, but you know that's only, you know, a matter of time before, you know, Terence Crawford get hurt versus a Jarrett Hurd. You know what I'm saying? Who is he gonna fight? Jaime Munguia, 33-0. WBO. I mean, you know, hey, I mean, I guess it'd be a WBO situation, but I mean, who is he gonna fight? I mean, because when you really think about it, moving up to 154 pounds is not necessarily gonna make any difference with having trouble fighting the top names. It's really not gonna make a big difference, because when you really think about it, a lot of these top fighters at 154 pounds, they with the PBC. So it's like, bro, you're gonna have the same problem that you have at 147 pounds. You're gonna have pretty much the same issues at 154 pounds. Okay? Erislandy Lara is a great boxer. A lot of experience. I don't know how that, a boxer versus a boxer. I mean, Erislandy Lara is a good fighter. You know, Brian Castano, you know, that's that guy that they say beat Errol Spence in the amateurs. Young dude, pretty good fighter, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Maybe he can get that fight. I don't know. I don't know who he fights for either. Is he a PBC fighter? I'm not sure. I'm not sure who Brian Castano fight. He might be a PBC guy. I'm pretty sure. I'm missing comments. My bad. I'm running my mouth. He says 147 pound is his limit. Julian Williams is 5'9", I believe. There are weight classes for a reason. Yeah, I agree, man. I definitely agree. Not only that, but Terence Crawford just got to 147 pounds, bro. He just got there 2-3 fights ago. So moving up from 135, then he moved up to 140, then he's at 147. So to go up to 154 right now, not a good idea. Tony Harrison, he's a WBC champion. That dude can fight. I mean, he got skills. He can box. He can move. I mean, he got Charlo problems right now because he definitely got to do that rematch. But he said J-Rock is really 6 foot. Yeah, so I mean, so he's bro, it's some monsters at 154 pounds, bro. Don't get me wrong. It's some monsters up there. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. We're going to fight Jermell Charlo. Charlo is a pretty big boy, too. What, he about 5'11", too? That's gonna be a problem, man. But anyway, I'm gonna take some questions, man. Anybody got any questions? You know, I'll answer some questions. Just let me know. Let me know your questions down in the comment section, and I'll answer some questions before we get up out of here, man. It was a pretty fun live stream. I enjoy talking with y'all boys. Just ask away, man. Let me know what you want to know. I'll answer your questions to the best of your ability. Shout out to all that good stuff. The Boxing King. I hope Errol or Bud close out the welterweight division. Those two guys seem to be the only fighters that are willing to challenge themselves. I would love to see Bud or Spence at junior middle. Teofimo versus Comey. Who you got? Alex A. I'm not necessarily sure, but I would have to lean towards Richard Comey in that fight. Okay, I'm personally, man, I gotta be honest with you, not the biggest Teofimo fan, bro. Not the biggest Teofimo fan. Good fighter. Don't crucify me. Good fighter. But I'm leaning towards Richard Comey, bro. I think he's just too solid. I think he's a good fighter. Showed that he got good endurance. He takes chances when he fight. I mean, in my opinion, Richard Comey, I gotta lean towards him, bro. Teofimo still has a lot to learn, man. He still has a lot to learn. He's a good fighter. Got some decent power. Felix Wag. Appreciate you for subscribing to the channel. Much love to you, bro, if you're in the chat. But Teofimo Lopez still got a lot to learn, man. He didn't look, to me, Alex A., he didn't look that good in his last 2 fights. Even though he got the knockout. I know he knocked Buddy out with a body shot, stopped him in the 5th round. I like to really analyze these fighters when I watch, man. Really look at them and analyze how they do what they do. And I'm not that sold, man. I think right now, out of the top 4 prospects, I think Shakur Stevenson is the most talented with Devin Haney coming very, very close behind him, and then Ryan Garcia, and then Teofimo Lopez. But I think Teofimo Lopez probably, I don't know, man. I don't know. Anybody else got questions? I'm gonna answer some more questions, man. But he says Jermell Charlo versus Manny Pacquiao at 147. Woo! Bud and Spence got me feeling like the welterweight division is just an appetizer for a junior middleweight and a steak and shrimp. Yeah, you right, bro. You right. I'm not even gonna get into Errol Spence, Sean Porter. I'll probably do another live stream about that too, because I gotta get prepared to take on the Errol Spence fans when I talk about that fight, because I like to call it down the middle, and I think it's gonna be a good fight. But like I said before, I haven't done my full prediction on that fight yet, because that's gonna be coming fight week and all that good stuff. But I think Sean Porter got a good chance, man. I really do. I think people give Sean Porter a lot of hell, man. They hate him to death, man. But like I said before, as much as I love Errol Spence Jr. and I'm gonna be rocking with Errol Spence Jr. from here on out forever, I'm rocking with Sean Porter too. And it's just so happened to be that fight that comes to the crossroads, and I gotta make sure I keep it real all across the board. So Errol Spence should win that fight. He really should win that fight. I think Errol Spence is a good fighter. He got a hell of a jab, very strong jab. He's showed he can box, man. The dude can box. But at the end of the day, okay, if at the end of the day, Sean Porter is a two-time welterweight champion that is proven to have a chin. He got very fast hands, fast feet. He's rough, he's rugged, he's tough. He's shown a few different wrinkles to his game. So yes, I know Errol Spence Jr. should win. I get it. Sean Porter is a good fighter, okay? So we gotta make sure we look at this as being a top quality fight. We can't just take a shit on Sean Porter, okay? I know y'all hate him, you hate his dad, you think he dressed ugly, he got big teeth, and all these different things, but you got, and another thing too, I'll probably do a video about this. I see a good question. I'm gonna answer that question real quick. I'm probably gonna do a video about this, okay, before I get to the Boxing King. I'm gonna get to your question, brother. Downplaying Sean Porter, okay? Downgrading Sean Porter and saying he's a bum and he got big teeth and he's not a good fighter and all these different things. When you do that, okay, when you downplay Sean Porter and you say these things about him that are so negative about how much he sucks, you are doing Errol Spence Jr. a disservice if he wins this fight. I'm going to say this again. When you downplay Sean Porter and you say things like how easily he's going to get knocked out and how fast he's going to get knocked out and how much Sean Porter sucks and how much he got big teeth and he's a nobody, when you do that, you are going to do Errol Spence a disservice, because you're basically saying that Errol Spence is fighting a nobody. And you can't do that. You got to give Errol Spence his credit if he wins this fight, because Sean Porter is a two-time welterweight champion. It's for unification. Resume is good. I mean, just make sure you be a good boxing fan, okay? Don't be like these other trash boxing fans. Be a good boxing fan. You know what I'm saying? Give the credit where it's due. Build these fighters up so that when one smash the other, it makes sense. So let me answer your question. Where did that question go? My bad. I lost the question. The Boxing King. He says, get him Mike. Do you think Sean Porter, if he wins against Errol Spence, will Sean unify the division? I absolutely believe that Sean Porter will listen to whatever they draw up for him. And yes, I think Sean Porter will unify the division. Because, I mean, if let's just say, for instance, hypothetically speaking, if Sean Porter beats Errol Spence, hypothetically speaking, Sean Porter would then be not only a two-time welterweight champion, but he will be a unified champion, and you got to put respect on that, okay? It's a long shot. It's probably not likely that it'll happen, but you got to put some respect on it. You know what I'm saying? So good question, bro. Appreciate your question. I do think Sean Porter's the type of fighter that will do what he's asked, and he'll fight anybody. I don't think these boxers are scared of nobody. They do this for a living. This is what they do, okay? You don't see a truck driver scared to drive a truck, because that's what he does, okay? So when people say boxers are scared or he's afraid or cut the crap, these dudes been fighting their whole life. They're not afraid of nobody. You know what I mean? So any last questions before I get up off of here? Any last questions before I get up off of this live stream? Really appreciate each and everybody for coming through, showing some love, all the super chats, all the donations, however you choose to help the channel. Really appreciate everybody, man. Michael Drayton says, I think Sean is tough. I don't know if Errol can knock him out. It's intriguing. I know he can beat him, but knock him out is a hard one. Yeah. One of the things too, Michael Drayton, that I feel like is probably not that talked about when it comes down to this fight, because I'm going to really start getting heavy on this Errol Spence Porter fight. I'm going to start pumping out some videos on this fight, because there's a lot of little things that people don't look at. They overlook a lot of things, and one of which is Sean Porter's quickness. I think a lot of people are underestimating. They're really underestimating. Errol Spence has great output. He punched over 1,000 punches in that Mikey Garcia fight. But here's the catch. Here's the catch with that fight. Mikey Garcia was a sitting duck in that fight versus Errol Spence Jr. And I know I was right there watching it. He was damn near a punching bag in that fight. So yes, he was right in front of Errol Spence. He was right there to be hit. Errol Spence did exactly what he was supposed to do in that fight, plus more. Okay? Versus Sean Porter. Sean Porter is not going to be a sitting duck. He's not going to be a punching bag. He's a world-class athlete, former football player, very strong, quick, very shifty and hard to see what he's going to do. So it's going to be a good fight, man, and I'm just honored to be able to probably be at the fight. So I'm super excited about that. I definitely have my tickets. I got to square away all my travels, all of my travel accommodations and hotels and all that. But this is going to be a good fight, and I'm going to be right there bringing y'all all the coverage. So any more questions? Holy Inferno, what's going on? Nah, I see you. Holy Inferno says, Pacquiao now won his 13th major world title. Where do you rank Manny Pacquiao in history of all time? Thanks for answering my question in advance. Holy Inferno, really appreciate your question, bro. I won't forget your question. Manny Pacquiao, I'm going to say this like this, has been one of my very favorite fighters for a long time, okay? I'm not one of those guys that hate Manny Pacquiao with the whole Floyd Mayweather and all that. I'm not. I'm very few of the people that really enjoy both Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. I enjoy both of their careers. Now, with that being said, how does Manny Pacquiao rank all time? I think amongst the welterweights, I would have to put Manny Pacquiao in the top 5 welterweights of all time. Possibly top 3, maybe, because I'm a big fan, okay? I would definitely have to rank Floyd Mayweather above him in the all-time welterweight list, and the reason why is because Floyd Mayweather, not only just because he was undefeated, okay, but because, he beat Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't put Pacquiao above Floyd Mayweather when Floyd Mayweather went undefeated and beat Manny Pacquiao. So Manny Pacquiao always going to go down as a legend. He's always going to be one of the top fighters to ever do it. Boxing's only 8 division world champion. Just, to me, all around exciting fighter. Okay. Yes, I hear a lot of PED accusations, but one thing I can say is that I don't have any proof, okay, whatsoever, that Manny Pacquiao is on PEDs. I don't have no proof of that. Okay, he's never been caught. I'm sure there's a lot of asterisks by his name, but I'm not the type of person to assume stuff like that, because it's just too much. It's just too much that can go wrong when you start doing that. So, to me, he's never been caught, never tested positive for anything. So I can't just sit up here and accuse that man for something that he didn't get caught doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna do it, man. So. William Stroggins, I appreciate your comment, and it's okay to disagree. I appreciate that. If you disagree with me, that's fine, man. You probably, got your reasons for why you think what you think, man. So I appreciate you for coming through the stream. Curtis Anderson says you can't be serious, my brother. Pacquiao not in the top 20. Maybe, if that's your opinion, I respect it. But based on my knowledge, based on how things went, based on his accomplishments, his fighting style, what he was able to do, I don't know, man. It is what it is. I don't have all of the welterweights in front of me right now, but I definitely rank Manny Pacquiao very, very high amongst his other welterweight peers. But if there's no more questions, man, I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss this live stream. If y'all have not smashed the like button yet, really appreciate everybody for coming through. Much love, peace, and blessings, man. Much love, peace, and blessings to all the brothers and sisters out there. I can't express my appreciation for everybody's donations and all your help. Your donations won't go in vain. I promise. We're gonna try and keep working. We're gonna try and keep getting out to these fights, man. And hopefully one day I might be up in there covering fights full time. So anyway, Ernest Jones, I see you. Appreciate you, man. Yes, sir. He says much respect to the channel. Holy Inferno, appreciate you. He says I mess with your vibe, fam. Keep going. Yeah, man. I'm gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, man. If y'all not yet subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button right now. Like button. Follow me at Jim Boxing on Instagram too, because I'm gonna be dropping some heat. I'm gonna be dropping some heat down there on when I go to the fight. Okay, so I can post a whole bunch of stuff on Instagram that I can't post on YouTube. Holy Inferno, $3.99 super chat. Much love to you, bro. Once again, appreciate your help. Appreciate all your help. Appreciate your comments. I'm grateful for all this, bro. You don't understand, bro. You don't understand. It helps. Every little bit helps. I just I just dropped some good money on them tickets, man, and this helps out, man. So Holy Inferno, appreciate you. Everybody else that came through the chat, the Boxing King, appreciate you for coming through. Who else didn't I shout out in the chat real quick? DD always come through. Michael Drayton, much love to you. And that's pretty much all I got, man. So he says, what's your chat time, or does it vary? Oh, you talking about as far as my live streams? Yeah, no, I try to get on here about 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time is what time I try to start going live. I'm just too inconsistent with my live streams because I don't be really feeling like getting up here sometime, man. I be having a lot going on, and sometimes I just rather drop videos. So I've been doing a lot more of premiering my videos. That way I can just record the video, do the video, and then I can record it prior to when it goes live, and then that way we can all chat together in the chat. So they'll take my regular video and make it as a live stream, and then once it goes off, it posts as a regular video. So like I said, I'm not the most knowledgeable boxing fan out there. I promise I'm not. I got so many different excuse me. I have so many different areas of expertise in life that boxing is something that I picked up as a hobby that I like. So I really enjoy it. So I just try to talk about it, man. But I got so many, I'm diverse in so many different areas of life that sometimes I step away from boxing and deal with other stuff. You know, I do outdoor, I go to the gun range. I like guns. I mess with guns a lot. I buy them, carry them, shoot them, build them, all that good stuff. I'm an ASC certified Nissan technician, Toyota technician, so I work on cars. I got a family. I got, man, I just do everything, bro. I do everything. So I appreciate you guys for supporting the boxing channel. I'm a big Bible guy. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big believer in the Most High. So I'm just telling y'all a little bit about me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big time Bible dude. You know what I'm saying? I really love the Bible. I really read it and study it and get deep into it. So, but respect to these fighters, respect to what they do, how they get their living, how they do their living, and entertain us. They risk their lives. So much love to all of them. And that's all I got for this live stream, man. So give this a thumbs up. Your boy Get a Mic will be back with some more content, most likely tomorrow. And we're going to try to have a good month in the sport of boxing. So I'm out of here, man. Peace.